What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, Go Black to Africa. You know, I've watched a couple of videos from sisters who have been making claim of the harsh treatment from African men and how they're being dealt with here in Africa. And one that I just recently watched was a video of two sisters who lived in Ghana. One particular was a single mother, I think, who had a daughter, and they had some infractions or had some encounters with some rude Ghanaians, as they say. Now, I'm going to say this right here because some of the things that they were making accusations against some of the Ghanaian men, I have not seen nor heard in my experience, but I can't take away from somebody else's experience. But when I hear that the Ghanaian men are rude to women, whistle at them, come on to them, put their hands on them, are forceful with them, I just have not seen that from the African man or the Ghanaian man. I've said this time and time again, that the majority of African brothers are humble and they are meek when it comes to behavior. And it blows my mind. To me, sometimes I wonder, where is that testosterone of a man, and how we at times be aggressive, which I understand coming from aggressive country. We display it more than I actually will see from the African men. Now, that don't mean that I haven't seen no arguing, let alone some fighting, that this exists. But to the degree of what these accusations are, I just haven't seen it. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. But let me tell you this. I do know I have interviewed and met many women coming from the West, America, Canada, as well as Europe, coming into Africa. And I'm going to specifically stay with America because that's where I came from. And yet these are the ones that I typically will see. Let me say this right here to help the sisters out. Here in Africa, for the most part, you're going to find that women dress conservatively. Women carry themselves with meekness and humbleness. Women aren't necessarily outspoken, loud, and what we would be used to in America, how you would see sisters carry on. And that's not to put down on sisters, because we as black folks, we speak loud, and we sometimes, when we are in situations, can even get louder. But what I'm saying is that if sisters are coming to Africa with an American behavior, that can be perceived totally different, and you will be treated differently than what you will see the men, how they handle their own women. I have seen and met women who give that same energy to a brother in America, to an African here in Africa. I have witnessed it with my own eyes, the attitude, meaning the aggressiveness, of how sisters can be outspoken. Things don't go their way, they will raise their tone, and to behave this way, to challenge an African man at that, you are asking for trouble. You see, laws are different and people handle things differently. I've seen even on video, sister have a YouTube channel, run off with her mouth, and that brother put her tail on the ground. You can't bring your American womanhood in countries and thinking you can just talk to a man any kind of way. It doesn't work that way. Let me say this other thing, because I listened to these women talk on one of these YouTube channels and was saying that one was assaulted by a Ghanaian man. Now, I won't argue against that. I wasn't there. That's their experience. And I'm going to say not everybody perfect in Ghana. Goodness gracious. No, you do have that probably percentage of people who ain't up to no good, and those who have those attitudes or whatever. And those who will probably try to take advantage of a situation when nobody's looking. That's here. That's everywhere. But I will say this so that you women will understand. When you come into countries, especially like Ghana, you're going to find two groups of people, typically, as far as the majority are concerned, that are Christian or Muslim. And for you to come into Ghana or Africa wearing some of the clothes that you are accustomed wearing in America, that might be more revealing, more provocative, as far as one would say or judge it to be, I'm telling you, you will be treated like a prostitute. Do you know why? Because that's what prostitutes wear. And they're easily pointed out. Because when I go around and I see women who are wearing these skimpy clothes, meaning revealing, and I ask, that's a prostitute? Okay, all right, okay. Just like America, but yet you can't tell because it's just a way of life and wearing clothes that are more revealing in America for some of the sisters. Versus here, you're going to find most of the women are going to wear clothes that are more conservative. So if you want to bring your short skirts and your chest hanging out, you will be considered a prostitute, which then means that when you are treated as such, they want to put their hand on you. They're going to treat you like you are a prostitute, and they might even invade themselves in your space because they think you are a prostitute. You see, they used to say in America, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I think when you come to Ghana, you need to do as the Ghanaians do. And that is typically, I'm talking about the dressing. Do you know that some African countries, they will give you a hard time, you women, especially if it's more Muslims. You go to Tanzania, people will look at you. People will, kind of push you aside, not physically, but just ignore you, or browbeat you, or even maybe talk to you in a different way based upon how you're looking, because they take it as you are insulting their culture. Now, don't come over here thinking, oh, well, they can't tell me what to do and change. This is who I am. That is the wrong attitude to have. And this is where I find that women are having problems. So back in the day, we used to say, I used to hear my mom and grandmom and them say, look at her. She dressed just like a prostitute. Well, as they say, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, more than likely it is a duck. This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.
Think about it, 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 think about it.